Welcome back, everyone. This is our 39th UpRock weekly call, hashtag DePIN playbook. It is February 5th. I hope everyone had a wonderful January. It's finally over. Now the next month begins. I'm Jen, your host, and I'm going to bring on stage these two familiar faces, Jesse, and here we go. Jesse, what's up? And
Morning.
Christopher. Hey, Chris.
Hello. What's up, everybody? Hey, good to see you, Chris. We missed you last week. Good to see you.
Yep. Thanks. I heard it went well last week.
Jim, let's go.
Thanks for taking care of that. Yeah, happy February. You know what that means?
What?
Dry January is over.
Oh.
Wait, was that a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, was that not a thing?
I know that wasn't a thing for you, Christopher. Come on.
It was a thing in our house.
For your kids.
Fortunately, there's places to drink that are outside of our house.
Oh, right. Well, yeah. you're looking nice and warm. It's snowing up here in Seattle, and Christopher earlier this week on one of our team calls.
Welcome back.
To let us know how comfortable he is in Arizona. Was it like 80 something degrees Fahrenheit?
I wouldn't say how much.
Did you say 80 something degrees Fahrenheit?
Yeah, it's gonna be like 82 today. I wouldn't say comfortable though. I mean, it's still a little cold. I definitely,
Shut up.
Definitely took a jacket with me yesterday just in case.
Shut your pretty
hashtag
face.
winter time. Hashtag it's so rough.
You're not even wearing pants right now.
Who, me? Sir, I am not Donald Duck. I always wear pants.
He's wearing his lobster shorts, I bet.
You are closer than you know.
All right, guys. So this is our 39th call. I can't believe we've been doing this for 39 weeks now. Actually, more than that. It's just been 39 weeks almost consecutively. But anyway, this week is DePIN playbook. Last week, we wanted to talk a bit more about DATs, where Chris wanted to talk a bit more about DATs, but he wasn't here or he couldn't make it. So we'll talk more about that today. But let's get into our agenda. We've got, we're going to switch things up. Usually we do dePioneers updates at the end. We're going to put them in the beginning because I guess there's some kitties in the house. And so we'll do a quick dePioneers update. Then we'll go back into UpRock, our highlights, product updates. And Sir Roz posted a DePIN playbook challenge. And I'll go into that. So you have until the end of this stream to participate. Let's get started, shall we, guys?
Let's go.
Okay, well, first, let me start off with the DePIN challenge. Let me jump ahead here. Okay. So Roz put up a tweet this morning. Let me find it here. Okay, so our challenge, and you will win an NFT. dePioneers NFT is define DePIN in one line. And we're going to, throughout the stream, go through the responses on X. So respond on X, either at UpRock.com or dePioneer Cats. But probably UpRock.com because that's the main post. But anyway, we're going to go through this and we're going to choose our favorite one. And the winner will get a dePioneers NFT. All right?
Yep.
So you have until the end of this stream to participate. I will try to give you guys a few minutes ahead of time to submit your answers. And then we'll choose a winner. Okay.
And what's the price of SOL right now? I think it's like 3.1 SOL. So each NFT is worth it's a bundle of DePIN tokens. So it's what's that now? Well, almost $700 for an NFT. So it's a pretty good prize.
Oh shit, that's a great prize.
Yep.
Oh, can we win? I don't really have anything good. Do you have anything?
Yeah. So whenever you guys text me and you're like, oh yeah, we're gonna give away a cat. I'm like, really? Again?
Well, we love cats.
The links in the chat. If you guys want to, last few minutes to submit a comment, go ahead, do it right now.
Yeah. Well, you got probably 30 minutes. Sure. You guys have any running through your head?
I have a couple.
Well, you don't save it for the end. Save it for the end. Okay. All right, let's get into it. So we're gonna start off with dePioneers, guys.
Real quick, we so Valum just asked. So the post I just put in the chat, we have we wanted to have people summarize maybe one catchy or impactful statement of what is DePIN, like one sentence, and then our favorite one at the end of the stream, we'll pick a winner, and the winner wins a dePioneers NFT.
Yeah. And important to note, please keep it on X because we're juggling a lot of screens right now. And if you put it on Discord, I will miss it. If you put it in the chat,
back to the reply back to that post I just linked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll go to x.com/uprock.com. There's a post there. You can also see it on x.com/dePioneerCats. All right.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Let us get into our first, like I said, we're switching it up. We're doing dePioneers updates first. So let's get to our first dePioneers update. Let me grab this real quick. We've got, oh, yes. So you can earn uptSOL by staking your, well, there's a few ways you can earn uptSOL. It's by staking your idle SOL, or by swapping your idle SOL.
Yep.
You do that on Jupe. So jupe.ag//swap/sol-uptSOL. And you can also do it by staking your dePioneers NFT. So back to the challenge today, try to win you a new kitty, and you can stake it. So right now we've got some stats. Well, first off, before I get to the stats, dePioneer holders with staked cats receive an airdrop every epoch. So those holders will earn uptSOL plus UPT every epoch, which is roughly about every 2 days.
Yep.
And we've got some nice highlights here. So our holders went from 1,762 to over 1,800. Market cap went from 671,000 to 702,000. So this momentum is real, and you don't want to miss out.
Yep.
And you can have a chance to win your own kitty or a new kitty and take advantage of this.
So basically, if you're not familiar, when you own a dePioneers NFT, it's a hybrid NFT. So you get a bundle of DePIN tokens. So it's highly correlated to the DePIN market on Solana, and we have multiple ways to earn rewards with that. So one obviously is the value of the DePIN tokens; those go up over time. There is a rarity value based on the type of the rarity points for the art. So that's the hybrid part of it. So it's not just the tokens, but also we wanted to keep that fun aspect of the art. There's a rarity pool that you can get more yield from, or more rewards from, based on how rare your cat is. And then this uptSOL, if you stake your NFT, is every epoch you actually go to dePioneerCats. If you stake it there, you'll actually see a claim button every epoch, and you can just claim uptSOL, and it'll go right into your wallet. So it's an additional way to earn rewards just for being a holder. So pretty cool. And then the yield is maxed. So when you buy uptSOL, the SOL is staked on Helios and the Jupe validators. So both get 0 fees. So and the share of it is 100%. So of the GEOD tips. So it's a max yield, the best you can get So if you have idle SOL, obviously swap it to uptSOL, but also just by holding and staking the dePioneers NFT, you'll get airdrop these rewards every epoch. So pretty cool.
Yeah, super, super cool. And let's see, if you want to join the community, again, you have to be a holder. But then if you hop over to the Discord. And again, you'll see the link for the Discord on x.com/dePioneerCats.
Yep.
Now, you don't have to, if you want to earn some uptSOL and you don't have a cat, you can still do it. You can swap, if you have idle SOL, just head over to Jupe and swap it to uptSOL. So that's no extra staking required. Just head over there and swap your idle SOL and start earning.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Cool.
Then, what do we have here? Klaus. Hey, Klaus. Also, by the way, good to see you. Haven't been so much involved in the NFT space. Let's see if the fate is with me. Starting dePioneers would be great. Yes. You want to get that kitty.
Cool.
We'd love to have you. We'd love to have you in the policy class. Oh my gosh, that's fun. Policy class. Okay, I need some water. All right, up next, another great update from dePioneers. So the TLDR, dePioneers has completed our GEOD token purchase. So that's 100K worth. And we also the policy received a 30% bonus on the tokens from the GeoNet team. So big shout out to them. Yeah. We had GeoNet on the stream was it the end of or middle of December?
No, it was I think it's January.
I think it was the first stream of January, right?
Yeah, I think it was.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Or something. It was a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really, really cool project. Everyone's like super stoked and super hyped about this project. I encourage you, if you haven't seen that stream, go back and watch it. I really do think it was in December, guys, because I told him on the stream I would love to have him next year.
Okay.
So I think it was like middle of December. But anyway, go check it out. It was just either within the last 5 streams. But really great project, and we're super happy now that we have the token supply, and we're actually among the top holders. Our posse is among the top holders of GEOD tokens.
Yeah, they just came over to Solana, so that's great, and they gave us a really generous bonus. So that's the power of having a community purchasing power. So the DAO got together, our collective soul was able to purchase it. We got a, also obviously having a great partner, another DePIN partner in the mix is great, and then having them being generous with a bonus is amazing. So yeah, so that just happened, and we're one of the big holders. So I think we're gonna do some more interesting stuff for them because they actually have a really cool project. I'll link it right here, and they have a specialized hardware that you can buy and mine their token. And I think we should do. I think the plan is, we mentioned on the last live stream with them that we might do some kind of giveaway or something like that where people can earn a prize of one of their devices. So
yeah. So this is like really cool. And this is like, this is like the mission of dePioneers. It's like strengthening the DePIN community, and sharing cool projects, cool DePIN projects, and really just like strengthening this community up. And we're very excited to have them on board and have the tokens, and share with the Meow DAO.
Yep.
And I'm still trying to sneak that one in. I still like that one. But yeah, and also, so that's really the big thing about this. One of the big things about dePioneers, we want to strengthen this DePIN space. So if there's other DePIN projects that you think that would, we should have in the posse, like reach out. If you're in the posse, reach out to them. Let them know about dePioneers, or let us know about it. Hop on the Discord or hop on X and let us know about it, because we really want to strengthen this space.
Yep.
Do our part. All right. So that's what we have for dePioneers today. And we'll get back to the winner at the very end. So let's move on over to UpRock. Shall we?
Let's go.
So we have, as you know, we have the games on the Android app. That's also getting an update next week, an interface update next week. But we have some really cool stats about it. We did have it in the iOS application, or we tried to, and we were in reviewer hell for like 4 weeks. So we've taken it out. And actually, it never shipped on iOS. It is coming soon, but we had reviewer hell. Like if you watch the last 4 streams, it was just like, oh, it's not approved, it's not approved. We're figuring that one out, how to get the reviewers to approve it. But we do have some really cool stats for what we have out on Android. And we shared this on X too. So our latest stats is there's over 10,000 players. And
cool.
If those 10,000 players we've distributed earnings of 284,000 plus UPTs has been distributed. About 1,300 UPTs distributed daily from playing those games. Our top earner has earned over 5,600 UPTs. So that's a big player.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Was it? I bet it's somebody in this chat. I bet it's me. No, it's not me. Anyway, and our top countries, USA, South Korea, Spain, Germany, Indonesia. It's all over the place. I am totally not surprised about USA and South Korea.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, mobile games hot there, and also just crypto in general. I actually expected to see Philippines, because in the last bull run, a lot of the play to earn games really got huge in the Philippines actually. And also, by the way, so not only are we issuing, people are earning tokens because people have been asking for more active ways to earn, but all the revenue we get from these game developers, we use that to buy back and burn UPT. We're going to set that up. Another buyback and burn is going to happen pretty soon, and I guess this week. You guys are going to see that impact.
Yeah, we've already. So we started this in December, and we've already had some big buybacks, and then we're about to start. Just hopefully in a day or two here, we'll have all the numbers in and settled, and then we'll start this month's buy. So this is not just rewarding our users; it's also, as per our tokenomics, we're using this revenue to buy back UPT from the market. And the other thing is, I want to show just how great this is for the community. We're thrilled that we have more than 10,000 players, and in fact, I'm not sure why we put that number there, because it's confidently more than 20,000. So why did we understate it like that? But yeah. well more than 20,000 players, in fact. But honestly, I think that given the size of our community, a lot of people still aren't aware of this. So we've heard the feedback. So from those of you who played, thank you for telling us about the things that you wanted to improve about the UI, and we're coming out with that. But once that's out, I really think that we really need to tell our community about it better and like really push it hard, just how much earnings are available here. And what's great about this is the other thing that I love about this, so many times in the Web3 space, in the crypto space, you see companies and like a lot of their revenue maybe is coming from other Web3 companies. And that's great, but it means that while that value is circulating in the Web3 ecosystem, it's not really increasing the size of DePi, as we like to say with dePioneers. Whereas this is all revenue coming from traditional Web2 publishers and sources. So all of this revenue that we're adding to the crypto space, this is new money in the crypto space. This is new revenue that's rewarding our users and that's going into the crypto space that isn't just coming from somewhere else. It's actually from in the Web3 space, but it's coming from traditional Web2 gaming companies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And Crim on Chain, if this happens, let us know. The Rocketeers are on it too. You can file a ticket in Discord, and we will actually help you out. So this has happened a few times. It's not a lot of times, but if you did play a game and you didn't see the reward happening, we can talk to the publisher, and most of the time we'll just reward you anyway. So, but we can take a look for that. So if that happens, let us know. It doesn't happen very often, but it does happen. We have seen it happen. So just reach out and we'll fix that. Okay.
And for folks who are just listening and not reading or don't have us on your screen, but you're listening to us, what Crim on Chain was saying is that they were playing the game and it didn't track it right, so they didn't see their points, their earnings. That also is a interface issue. So I had that issue as well at first. I had that issue as well where I was playing in particular, I was playing a play to earn game. So the interface is supporting multi-step and single step. Play to earn is like you play daily and you have a chance to earn, depending how much you play every day, then you earn some more. So you can like earn daily, and the interface doesn't display that. So I was wondering like, hey, I'm playing this game every day and how come I'm not seeing my reward, and how come it's resetting every day? It's not actually resetting. It just looks like it because we have to update that interface. But anyway, you might be playing a play to earn game. Anyway, like Jesse said, if you have not received the token, let us, or your rewards, your points, let us know and we'll fix that for you. But likely you have, and the interface just has to be updated. So that's coming out soon.
You can, so if you really want to double check, obviously go to your wallet history. There's a little filter. You can say filter by play to earn. And so you only see those transactions, because your passive earning tasks for just keeping the app running, those happen so often that it could bury the actual transaction. You might not even see it. It might just go below the fold and you don't notice it because we're constantly sending tokens. So yeah, so try that too. If you still don't see it there, then we'll fix it. Okay?
Yeah. And Crim, you also had another great suggestion. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Here you go. Crim says, I've earned a bit, but it is right now criminally much you have to do. Time spend is not possible without buying packs, and then you don't earn. Yeah, some games have better rewards than others. Some games are, they ask you to play quite a lot before you get a decent reward. Some games give you great rewards. I find that the ones that are the play to earn games are the most rewarding ones.
Yeah, same.
Because you just pay like 5 minutes every day and you can earn something.
It's pretty
instant.
But
to that note about buying packs, we have discussed this internally, not necessarily with games, but in like earning, if you're contributing to the network, where we may introduce in the future like booster packs that you can redeem, like with your points or something, or redeem with a UPT, buy with UPT. So like a booster pack where you might be able to do something like, I want to double my earnings for the next 12 hours or something, and you can use a booster pack for that. So anyway, that's like something we're thinking about. We haven't, we're not anywhere near, we're still in the ideation phase, but that's a good point. Anyway, I just want to point that out because you said something about packs. Okay, so before we move on, I also wanted to share the top games that we have that have been played. So it looks like a lot of casino games. So we've got Blackjack, Vegas Casino, Dice Dreams, Bitcoin Miner. I don't know what that one is. And Domino Dreams. So I'm sure I clearly am not the top earner in this stat because I didn't play any of those games.
Yeah, you play like merge suite.
Merge
Yeah,
games.
some of the puzzle games. The puzzle games are pretty cool too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually great. So it's yeah, the revenue for the developer, these game developers are looking for players, and so they pay well, and this is why we can issue a good amount of tokens. And again, and then the remaining revenue, we buy back our own tokens on the market and burn it. So it's been really good, and it's totally optional. Obviously, you can just keep the app running and earn tokens passively. But so many have asked, like, hey, I would love to do more tasks, whether it's surveys or games or shopping or something. So we're going to continue to beef up, because we think DePIN, the way we're doing it, we're building the world's best reward program. It's in the making. And so our reward program has great policy and great programs. And so we have a referral program. We'll have other programs we introduce for you to be able to save money, find deals, and earn money too, right? That's the whole point. So
So the Android app is getting a visual update next week. This week, the update for Android is going to be about DATs, which we'll talk about more in a bit.
Yeah.
The iOS app is already done. It's just we're trying to figure out how to get it approved by the Apple App Store reviewers. We are also working on getting games and also online shopping cashback deals on web. So we're working on that now. So you'll have 3 places to play.
Yep.
All right. So anyway, these stats will look even better in a month from now.
Yep.
And
more buyback and burn. More. It actually increases every month. So more buyback and burn every month, which is great.
Yes.
Yeah.
And as a reminder, like Jesse said, this is our tokenomics. So the money that we bring in, that goes, as it works in our tokenomics, it goes back to buying back and burn the UPT. So go take a look at that. That's uprock.com/tokenomics for how that works.
Cool.
All right. So we have highlight number 2, a partnership announced with DePIN Union. This is, so we just announced this, I think, yesterday or a couple of days ago. It's a collaboration to accelerate a shift towards decentralized intelligence. Ensuring a future where AI-driven insights are open. So like human-powered and humanity-first AI internet. So we're really excited to announce this partnership.
Yeah. So DePIN Union, they're a place where they want to be a hub for DePIN projects. There's a few folks doing stuff like this, but essentially community building, working with DePIN projects. So always excited to build relationships with like-minded companies and people. So DePIN Union's great. They have a pretty strong Telegram group. They're gathering making a lot of friends in the space. And so we just we're going to do some community events like live spaces and things like that. So if you guys want to follow them, this is their X. I'll put the link in here. Bam. And that's it. Yeah. So check them out. We'll probably do more. They tend to highlight a lot of cool projects. So we're excited to be one of those. So.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Next up, we've got highlight number 3, Mizzle. So on the 31st, Jess, you did a X space with Mizzle.
Oh, you know what? They canceled a couple of hours right before it happened.
Oh, darn.
So we actually, I think they're going to reschedule it. But yeah, I was looking forward to it. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I just outed myself because I didn't listen. I thought it happened.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm busy. Okay, I usually listen to it afterwards.
How awkward when you were like, "Man, you did such a great job on that podcast."
I know.
Yeah.
Thanks. Jesse. Okay. Well, when it does happen, they are unless it changes, they're planning on talking about the challenges of digital infrastructure, right?
Yeah, I was going to highlight Prism because I felt like it's more of a B2B talk, but anyway, yeah. We'll let you know.
Well, hopefully this happens soon. We will keep an eye out on with Mizzle, but if you are interested or want to listen to this space when they do have it up, go give them a follow on X. So that's Mizzle_IO. So MIZZLE_IO. And that's a DePIN platform that empowers like developers with. They have a AI-driven PLC dashboard. So anyway, so go check them out, and hopefully we'll see the live stream soon. And I won't look like a fool when I tell Jesse he did a great job on something he hadn't done yet.
I like this. I like the enthusiasm. I thrive on enthusiasm. So great.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right. So this is also something that hasn't happened yet, and I know it hasn't happened yet. This is Day of DePIN at ETH December 2025.
Yeah.
And this one is hosted by our friends over at DeFi. Yeah,
Yep.
DeFi. And you are going to, well, actually co-hosted by DeFi and Decharge, or DeFi and Decharge, and then Solana to Rome demo. And this is at ETH Denver at the end of this month, which you're going to, Jess.
Yep.
So do you have, what are you guys going to be talking about?
Probably just state of DePIN for 2025. They throw great events. DeFi guys are awesome. I'll be one of the speakers there. There's another DePIN that before that, but this one's exciting. There's also a couple of Solana events, even though it's ETH Denver. There's actually Solana events there too. I'll be there for the week. So if anyone's there and would like to meet up and just talk about DePIN or partnerships or anything, that's the reason I'm going. So I'll be flying in on Monday night and leaving Saturday. So I'll be there for like pretty much the week of that whole week, ETH Denver.
Okay, yeah. It's a good show.
Yeah, it's getting better. You know, it used to be very, very ETH heavy, but now it's a little bit of both. It's very flat land. You know, it's like Denver is very spread out. And the first year they put everyone in one room and the lines were crazy, but they fixed that last time. So I'd say it's good. Yeah, you know, honestly, the conference itself is never that great. It's all the side events that is where it's worth it. That is the alpha. All the alpha is in the private events, in the hotel rooms, and in the suites, and in the private, like the happy hours and events like DePIN Day.
Yeah,
so that's where it's at. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't even actually pay for the ticket for the events because it's just really not worth going around the booth to the conference. It's just the alpha is the side events.
An unconference, you'd say?
Yes. Yeah. Decentralized conference.
Yeah, decentralized conference. Okay. Let's get into some product updates. And we got, actually, the product updates real quick. I did mention, just as a reminder, if you're just tuning in, we have an update to the Android app coming this week, which will go into DATs. Here we go, DATs. So, Chris, we wanted to talk about this last week, but then something happened. You know, you weren't able to make it. I know you wanted to get into DATs. So now that you're back, shall we talk more about DATs?
Yeah, that's what's up.
We shall.
I think, Chris, it'd be great to talk about it because people who have been following the community for a while, we brought up DATs a while ago, and it's not as easy as originally explained. Like being able to send cybersecurity tasks to devices, and it's a lot of work actually. And so I thought it'd be really great for you to dive into that and explain what we're doing here and why it's actually difficult. But yeah, so go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think for those of you who come to our weekly live stream every week, you probably saw us showing off Prism last week. And maybe we'll even give another quick peek of that in a few minutes just so that everybody can see it. But along with that, you know, we've said for a long time that we want to power all different kinds of tasks. And the challenge with this, some tasks are relatively easy. For instance, doing uptime monitoring, we can send it to a device, and if that device fails to answer for whatever reason, maybe its battery dies or it goes offline, somebody walks out of range of their cell signal or whatever, then that's not really a problem because uptime monitoring is a statistical thing. If a particular device fails to check in, we're gonna check it again in a couple seconds from a different device. So a few failures isn't so much of a big deal. Where this becomes more challenging is some kinds of tasks, like for instance, doing a security scan on a site. If that fails midway through, or if it's a scan that requires multiple devices coordinating together to work on, and that part fails midway through, then the entire scan fails, and you sort of have to start over again. And so we're now, we told you guys back in August and September when we had originally rolled out ore mining that was about coordinating heavy tasks across the devices. And we then rolled out Prism. In the meantime, while we were still working on this, since the back end for Prism, the parts that actually do the uptime monitoring were a little bit easier to coordinate, we got those rolled out. But we are now super thrilled that we have finally rolled out what I've wanted for almost a year now, which is a fully consistent edge. And what that means is that these more advanced type of tasks, these tasks that require certainty in their execution, where we know not just maybe it sometimes works and maybe it doesn't, but that's okay because we do a lot of them, but actually it works consistently and reliably. And we can coordinate all of these devices to actually, when a group of devices join a task, they're actually now all capable of sort of working at the same pace and being consistent in a distributed manner, which for those of you who are into computer science, you know that distributed systems are, you can have availability, you can have reliability, but you can't necessarily have both of those things at the same time. And so we have built out our system where with pretty high confidence, when we start a task, all of the devices are able to synchronize and complete the task all at once. And part of the challenge of this, of course, one way of doing this is having the devices gossip, so to speak, directly with one another. But we don't want to do that because we feel like that really introduces some potential security vulnerabilities. And so in order to make this consistent, we've now spun up 5 global regions, US East and West, Europe East and West, and Asia, where we have coordinators, clusters of coordinators in each of those regions, which actually act as the intermediaries. So we've always said that respecting and protecting our users is paramount to us. And so we're able to coordinate these devices and have them work in this huge distributed network without actually having to talk directly to one another, but rather only talk to their local edge nodes. So that we can run all of this. And so this has been super impressive. We've been running some tests with the DATS team and have successfully seen tests that are far bigger than I expected, involving hundreds and thousands of devices that are able to consistently run. And the trick when we say consistent, it's each of these actions occurring within a fraction of a second of when it's expected to occur. And that's actually really hard. We think about it, we think about programming a lot in terms of a single computer, where this is incredibly easy. We just start the code and the computer runs it. It's in one place. If you want to talk between processes, it takes you, microseconds to do it. But with the UpRock network of devices, we're having to coordinate devices that may be seconds apart, even to send them a message. And the other thing is, one of the challenges we face sometimes is that clocks aren't accurate. So, most cell phones will get the current time.
Oh.
Most cell phones will get the current time from within their cell phone network. And, sometimes there can be a few seconds of difference between what one network thinks the time is and what another network thinks the time is. And so even that by itself adds additional confusion and delay in order to consistently coordinate these tasks. Yeah, that's been our big challenge, but we're super thrilled to have this rolled out globally, and that this is available for them to use now. And of course, all of the underlying infrastructure that we've written in order to power this is also what's powering Prism, and it's also what's going to power future tasks as we roll them out, including as we all know we want, and I've seen that Crim on Chain and others have been mentioning this, the scraping. So now that Prism is those tasks are working, and now that the DATS tasks are working, the backend team is now working on getting a great scraping engine out and running that runs on this same system. So it's taken us a long time, and it's been a huge engineering challenge, but we now have this wonderful distributed task execution engine that can run across our user base.
Yes. Yeah, very excited about this.
Super excited. We actually have customers waiting to pay us to do these scraping tasks and these cybersecurity testing, like load testing, things like that. People are waiting, have been waiting for a while to do this. So that's also very exciting, because again, that revenue goes back to right back to the token. So, yep. Pumped.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. Crib says this is going to be such a catalyst for new blood. Very good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So just a quick segue, Chris. We all heard the kiddos.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that video. Just everybody drop all the jokes right here.
Yeah, Valum says, remember the guy? I think he was interviewing with the BBC, and he was the kid comes waltzing in. He was so cute, and then the other kid in the stroller, and then the mom. You know what? Yeah, I totally get that. That was so fun. That was so cute.
And then the books on the bed were just, it was a bed because they all fell off, and it turns out it was a bed instead of
yeah. I mean, if anyone's watching me, you guys know this is not a desk. I try to hide the pillows. So maybe they'll think it's a table with a really weird cover on it, but no, this is a bed. Okay. Well, okay, so that's DATS, and we've got it out on on the devices. Well, Android's coming out this week, right, with the backend update.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, so anyway, we're super.
Yeah, and it's already rolled out on desktop and
already rolled out desktop and iOS. Yeah.
So Android's just coming with that now, and but yeah, then the task engine is, this has been a long time in coming, but it's been a ton of work from the whole team to make this work. One of the challenges we actually faced, ironically enough, was sometimes the devices would go too fast. So one of the challenges was actually pacing them so they're all at the same spot. And so but we have that all working now. I'm super proud of the team.
Yeah.
Super stoked. Thank you so much for the team. Like, you guys worked so crazy hard on this, and I'm very happy. We're all very happy to have this out.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, so that ties into Prism, and we talked about Prism last week and the week before. And just a warning, guys, we're going to be talking about Prism a lot. And we could just do a quick recap on Prism every week until.
So we're making huge headway on Prism. Obviously, like we're signing a few partners, because right now you can't actually go create your own account and walk in yet. It's like we're manually signing up for a few partners, because once we actually allow you to create an account and the billing and all that, then we'll launch with we'll do a proper launch with the mainstream media and Web2 companies too. So like we'll put on Product Hunt, we'll put on Y Combinator. Right now we're just kind of building in front of the community and talking to partners that we already know, like the Jupiter team and Solana Foundation and folks like that. So our goal is to launch with a dozen partners and say we're powering their uptime public status pages, and that's going to be great. We're going to go do a couple of things. We're currently looking at doing a public page to show how all the different RPC providers out there, how they perform around the world from thousands of devices. So we're going to pull out there. I think that's going to get a lot of good link sharing, and it's going to be good content marketing. We can even do the same thing. We were talking about this, brainstorming about doing something with AI models too, like time to first token. We can actually do these tests across the devices with UpRock and show how LLMs perform around the world. So those are going to be those are more marketing things. It's just to show us the power of our DePIN network and power of Prism, and then just lead to that. So like Chris said, we're moving so fast on this now that we have so much infrastructure built. Crawling is going to web scraping is coming very soon. Like, we're going to do all this in this quarter. And uptime is obviously coming up first. So you guys can go to prism.uprock.com. You can't create an account, but we have a really live, slick, interactive demo. So you can actually click around the homepage. You can see what that looks like. So we're going to keep shipping. And this is exciting because like I said, we have customers ready to pay for this.
Yeah. I mean, we've been doing demos. And this week, even more demos. And I'm telling you guys, every time we do a demo, the response has been like, "Holy shit, this is great! Like, this is what we need."
I haven't even had a chance to update you guys yet, but I met with a couple of ad networks and CDNs within the last week, and I had one of them actually on the Prism site while I was demoing it before I'd even gotten to okay, so we're signing up a few partners. He's like, I'm trying to sign up. So. There definitely a lot of interest in this, and so our goal, I think we've said before, is to turn on a select number of partners this month so that they can start showing it off and we can start working it, and then very shortly after that, turn on public signup so that anybody can set their own up. But we want to make sure that we have enough users that we can do the actual monitoring at scale, but we want to make sure that the back end and the control panel and everything else are really stable, because obviously the worst thing that we could do is to have an uptime service that itself wasn't up. So we're working really hard to turn that up.
Yeah. Exactly.
And just as he says that, he's frozen.
Yeah, great timing.
You mentioned Saso also asked about the one pager flyer, because last week we put out a call like, hey, if you guys know any enterprise companies or companies that could benefit from something like this. It's also, I know you had some folks that you wanted to share this with, and I'm sorry I didn't have time yet to make the flyer, but I will we'll make that a priority so that by next week you have that flyer. But anyway, really appreciate your.
Jen, we should have that ready anyway for ETH Denver, so that's perfect. That's perfect.
And Chris is still frozen. Yeah. So maybe I'll just kick him out and he can come back.
Frozen with the duck face. That sucks, huh?
Okay, Chris, I'm kicking you out. You come back when you're ready.
Yeah.
I'm
going to present the Prism real quick, just because for folks who haven't seen it yet. 1 second. Chrome tab. Actually, I probably should separate this real quick. 1 second.
Andy's back. Hey, Chris.
My internet wasn't up.
Oh, weird. Your kids were like, "Oh, you don't want to pay attention? No playtime? Pull the plug."
I think that's exactly what just happened.
Yeah. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to show. So just for folks who haven't seen it, or this is the first time hearing about Prism, just I'm going to do a brief recap. But today, many companies like Solana and Jupiter and many companies around the world who need to monitor the performance of their site and make sure their network and their products are up, use services like Uptime Robot or Pingdom or Solana's Alagin status page. And then they have a public version of these dashboard to let people know how well their network is performing over time. And you can see here, Solana's done pretty great for the past 90 days and past year. This is how it's done today. Usually it's the centralized servers, like maybe half a dozen or 20 servers around the world. They're pinging them, and this is how it's done today. A far superior way to do this is a DePIN Web3 community-powered version. Why? Because now instead of letting you know that Solana is working on 20 servers, why don't actually let you know how's it actually loading on people's real devices, which is the DePIN networks, and people are all over the world. So this is real data. We can now tell you how Solana is doing on over 190 countries in almost every major city on Earth, and you can see the device getting pinged. So just more powerful version of a status page. It's also better data for the Solana developers, because if something is down, they can actually really pinpoint which city, which geolocation, which devices, what network is wrong. And so they can say, hey, we need to really beef up our network in Asia or Hong Kong, or what's going on over here. It's just more data, the better for troubleshooting. This is why it's so powerful. And because it's token powered, it's incentivized with the community, you can see every time a device is pinged to do these speed tests and make sure Solana network's up, UPT is burned and also earned. And so we're tying it back to how this is built on Solana. It's an SPL3, SPL token, UPT token is actually powering this, and people are earning tokens and we're burning them too. So that's what's so cool about this. So every time we show this to anybody in the Web3 space, they're just like, oh, fuck, this is great. This is awesome. Like, we would totally switch with you guys. Just make sure you have the features we already use today. We need email alerts. We need SMS and Slack bot. This is what we depend on with our current status page product, Uptime services. If you guys can do those things, then yeah, we're done. We'll replace it. And so that's awesome. Another thing we can do flexible wise, so like close deals, we can create status pages where people are earning dual tokens and burning dual tokens. So like some of our partners, they would love to see that not only are we're burning UPT and earning UPT, but if we're sending data tasks, they can be earning someone else's another DePIN project token. So you can say that this dashboard can show you, yeah, we're burning UPT and let's say, I don't know, GeoNet or IoTex or whatever. You can show that 2 tokens are burning and 2 tokens are being earned. So that's just a thing we can have up our sleeve to help close deals. I think this would be the default, but if we have a big project that would love to actually provide their tokens to our community to earn their token too, we can totally enable that and just help close deals faster. But yeah, this is it. So if you just take a look, like it is, this is Web 2, centralized servers, really not that accurate. This is the actual edge on real devices, desktop and mobile, around the world in every single country on Earth. So yeah. So by the way, and we're moving fast on this. So this is where this Prism site, you don't see it here yet, but within the quarter, you'll actually see web scraping will be here. So Prism is like lights of data, and we're turning into great products. So distributed uptime will have distributed compute jobs like the stuff for DATs, and then web scraping, where people can be able to at scale power AI and LLM models for the real-time data they need for real-time relevant insights, right? So this is the power of Prism and the power of DePIN. So.
Yeah. Oh, and Dr. Gorkam's in the chat.
Oh, great.
Hey, Gorkam, good to see you. And so he also just wants to send a reminder. There will be Discord, Telegram, and Slack notifications apart from email notifications for the Prism Distributed Uptime Monitor. Yep,
cool.
And I also wanted to highlight again why this is why companies are super excited about a solution like this. So here's the average cost for downtime per industry. We talked about this last week, but here's another recap on it. So the estimated downtime costs for Solana is a huge range. 9.75 million to 97.5 million per hour. For Jupiter, 1.46 to 4.375 million per hour. If you're in media, 90,000 an hour. Healthcare, almost 300 or 640,000 an hour. Retail, obviously a huge one.
Yeah.
Over $1 million an hour if you have downtime. That's what's going to cost you. Telecommunications, 2 million, obviously a big one. And the biggest industry, energy, 2.48 million. So it's a huge deal. Like you need to, having downtime is a huge deal. And that's why they're super excited about, or, need these uptime monitoring solutions, and why something like this is so exciting to folks, or to these folks in these industries. And then we have a comparison, right? So Jesse said there's other services like Pingdom, Uptrends, and they have things like their monitoring services. Like we're looking at 100 locations for Pingdom, 60 plus locations for Status Cake. But with the power of DePIN and our network, we're talking about 2.65 million devices worldwide against 100 locations or 700 nodes. Yeah. So it's a huge reach.
Yeah, and I think about this, if you're like a CDN network, a lot of times, again, if you want to do a speed test, what they're doing is they're actually testing how fast the content loaded from a server. But if you really want to know how fast was your site, like how fast were they able to deliver images and video, that CDN, how fast was it? You should actually test it on the phone, the final device that the actual end user is going to see. Like how long did it take that person to get that content? Right. And so again, like just a far superior product for even speed tests, page tests, is to actually do it through a DePIN network, more efficient. It's way less costly than proxies. A lot of times proxies, you're paying for things you're not using right away. This is all token incentivized, only possible with crypto because you can enable these microtransactions and people are incentivized to keep the app running and earn tokens too, right? That's what's so awesome about it. So yeah. Took a while to lay out the groundwork, but now we have the infra, so Prism is moving fast. And we're working with teams like Blue Wave team. So Dr. Gorkim, he's part of the Blue Wave team, a big open source contributor. So we're really attracting some amazing developer teams too, and that's also helped accelerate our roadmap. So super excited. And we're gonna keep highlighting this and show more features every week. So he just mentioned some of the alerts. Obviously one of the great things about uptime is once you have a lot of data and you have a whole network helping you out, you want to be able to tell your team as soon as something's down before your customers know it, and also be proactive. So the great thing about more data is like we can actually provide proactive recommendations to customers. Hey, we tend to see your site tends to be slow on these days or in this geo, etc. So our product will get more sophisticated over time. But again, why we can even do that is because we have a DePIN network powering it. All that data is very valuable.
Yes. Just talking about the features again, like here's a competitor analysis that was put together last week. We're talking about 190 plus countries versus limited regions, over 2 million devices versus some centralized servers. And I saw a question earlier about the pricing. So, these things can get pretty expensive, mid-range, high-range, like Pingdom can get pretty expensive. We don't have the final tiers settled yet, but we are aiming for affordable and a free tier. So, we wanted to make this accessible and, have a huge reach because we already have a huge reach.
Yeah, I mean, web scraping is based on usage.
The innovation here is this DePIN powered scalability, like Jesse they talked about earlier, like having all of
that having been said, when it comes to pricing, we're building a great product, and so we don't need to be the lowest cost option in the market, or we don't need to compete only by having the cheapest option. With this great community that's come together and with this great product that we've been building, I firmly believe that we should charge a very fair price for it, so that because that revenue directly goes back to buying back tokens from the market, and so that's important for our community. And so we've had a lot of talks about this, but definitely we don't think that we should be a lot cheaper than the other options out there. We think if we're the same price, we're such an obvious winner in terms of performance that we shouldn't try to compete by being cheaper, because we need that revenue to buy back tokens.
Yep.
That's true. Yeah. So the tiers, the pricing model, like it's in flux. So we're still sorting this out. How, like, where's the sweet spot for us? But we want it to be competitive and flexible, and fair. So that's
to put it into rough perspective. Now, these aren't final numbers, but you know, they most of the competitors out there are around $100 a month. Some of them have an intro plan for $30 to $50 a month that's somewhat limited, but you know, most business customers are on about $100 a month plan, we think, and we think that's, you know, roughly the broad range where we want to come in with this as well.
Yeah.
And then everything else, a lot of those things would be like probably add-ons, or, you know, with any SaaS thing, like if you want to add a web scraping, we'll probably have like a package for just a bundle of bandwidth or API requests like max, and then if you go over it, you can pay extra at pay as you go. So we're, you know, it's always it's a fun challenge to figure out pricing, but yeah, like you said, this is like maintaining this network is our superpower. A mobile first DePIN network is our superpower, and we can at least say more as far as pricing goes, I think.
Yeah. You said it's a fun challenge figuring out pricing.
Yeah, it's fun. You know the thing about most, if anyone here in the audience, the chat is started any startup before, you're always nervous to put a price. We've been really good about that in all our past startups, that we add a price really quickly, because, you know, you kind of want to go free all the time and see if just people would like to use it, but you really want to see what people are willing to pay for. And that really, you want to do that early. I think a lot of companies make the mistake of making things free forever, and they don't actually know if people want to pay for your product. So I think it's good. Yeah, so we'll learn a lot, but we don't need to be the cheapest. This is the mobile first. Even like web scraping on mobile is very, very hard. A lot of the scraping tools out there that are used today, a lot of the open source stuff is actually for browsers on desktop. You know, there is no like easy way to scrape on mobile right now, which is why the bandwidth on mobile is sometimes five times more in price. So you might pay like $3 to $4 for a proxy to scrape data on a desktop device, but you'll pay $25 a gigabyte on mobile. So it's 5 times more. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And that just gives us to a law of winning. And winning means many things. But yeah, so better insights, faster problem detection, cheaper scalability, and shared value to community. And again, if you need a refresher on our tokenomics, like when UpRock brings in revenue, that goes back into buying back tokens and all that stuff. So go to upRock.com/tokenomics for a refresher on on the tokenomics, which I think I've already plugged. I think I plug it almost at every stream, but sorry if you already know it by heart. But for the new viewers, go check that out.
Well, and I want to mention one more point. I don't think we've actually emphasized this enough. We're building this in the open, working with open source teams. So of course, there's going to be the hosted version available on prism.uprock.com, but all of these contributions are going back into the upstream projects. So bigger enterprises that want to self-host their own version can get access to the UpRock network for their monitoring with one click. So we don't, so this doesn't, you know, we're very big believers in open source and in building in the open. And that's why when we talked about this and we thought about it, we said, should we just fork this open source project, make it private and our own, or should we really fund this and work with the projects and Dr. Gorkam's great team to drive these changes back into the upstream. So anybody who's using these open source monitoring tools will now have the distributed monitoring available, and simply by setting up an account with UpRock, they can just get an API key, drop it into their enterprise instance, and then they will have access to it as well for their enterprise monitoring.
Yeah, great point. Yep.
And folks, if you want to hear more from Gorkam, he was on a couple of streams ago as a guest, and give him a follow on X. I'm going to drop this in the chat. So that's x.com Gorkam, Gorkem. I forgot how to pronounce your last name, Gorkam. I'm sorry. CETIN. Yeah. So give him a follow. Go check him out. But we're really, really excited to be working with with Dr. Gorkum and the Blue Waves team, and we're really excited to get this puppy out. Chetan. Okay, thank you. All right, fellas, I think I know that's it for the UpRock updates. We have a task now. We have to find a winner for
the DePIN phrase.
What is DePIN?
Yeah.
And so I don't know if you guys been looking in the on the thread. Do you have some that you want to highlight? Share your browser, or do you want me to do that?
I can. I have one. Yeah. If you guys have looked, my personal one is like Ted Lasso's Danny Rojas. You know, football.
Oh, this is yours.
Is mine is instead of football is life is DePIN is life. Danny Rojas. Yeah.
DePIN is life.
DePIN is life. That would be mine, but let's see. So I did pick one. There was a lot of good ones. So should I just? Do you guys want to weigh in on it, or should I just announce it?
Oh, you gotta make an executive decision. Okay, you're the CEO. I guess you could make.
This is your moment to shine, Jesse. Go for it.
Wow. Okay.
You go for it.
Yeah, I can also get all the hate from the people I don't pick.
Are you gonna share Are you gonna share?
Yeah. I'll share it. I'll share my screen. 1 second.
Yeah, because there were some really fun ones in there.
There was. Yeah. It's always fun to read them all. Actually,
just close all the windows with Dr. Zeus and just show the X account.
All right, you guys see that? Okay, yeah.
Wait, the camera is a little bit bigger.
Who Loves Burrito? They just came on the scene recently too. These guys are actually a DePIN community building project. We should reach out to them. Everyone loves burritos. He didn't put a comment in here, but he has a picture of a burrito, so that's cool. But anyway, so yeah, there's drop everything, put into a network. He actually had 3 there. DePIN stands for Decentralized Physical Infrastructure Networks. Essentially, it's a new way of building and managing physical infrastructure like wireless networks, energy grids, and transportation systems. I thought, we said like one sentence, so maybe a little too wordy, that one. We're rolled out. Everyone owns a piece. Everyone has a say. No one can pull the plug. Here's our own Saraz. DePIN, just a decentralized network, replacing billion-dollar industries. Not a big deal. I say it is a holy grail, leveling the playing field for all Web3 and AI by reducing monopoly and ensuring a people-first system. That was pretty good too. DeFin, decentralized finance. This is, I won't say this is not like encompassing all of DePIN, but focusing on one area, but it's good to bring up. Financial revolution, where you can manage your money, make investments, or take loans directly through a network of computers without needing banks or brokers to hold your hand. DePIN lets anyone earn rewards for powering real-world tech with blockchain magic. So there was quite a few in here. I think my favorite, because there's one good sentence, I was looking for the words empowering and community and decentralized infrastructure, because that's kind of what sums up DePIN. Either that or something just hilarious or funny. So I think for me, CyberTank wins it. It's one sentence. DePIN is a blockchain powered model that incentivizes communities. So I like the idea of empowering communities to build and maintain and operate real world physical infrastructure. I think that kind of summed it up pretty nicely. So that is my pick, CyberTank or Jacob Stayor. Yeah, so if you guys have any objections,
that was great. That's a great one. Yeah.
Okay, we'll do more of these. I think the NFTs giveaway is fun. They're expensive to give away, so we can't do it every week. But it is fun to do this. So, CyberTank, Jacob Stayor, all you have to do is DM us on our X account, and then we will airdrop that NFT to your wallet.
All right, congratulations, man. That's our person.
And just remember, after we airdrop it, you make sure to stake it so that you earn your rewards.
Yes. Stake your kitty.
When I look, I see a surprising number of dePioneers that are held in wallets that appear to be holding things for the long time. They didn't just buy them and sell them. They've been holding them for a while, but that didn't actually go to the website and stake them. So to get the most rewards out of it, and staking isn't a big deal with us. It's not it's not like you're locked in for months at a time or something like that. So you should stake your dePioneers unless you're planning to sell it almost immediately, which I hope you're not. Then you should go ahead and stake it to earn those extra rewards.
100%. 100%.
Jesse, Sasso's not talking to you because you didn't.
Well, Sasso, if you don't talk to Jesse for a week, that's going to be a problem. If you don't talk to Jesse for 6 days and 23 hours, that's just about the right time to start the next live stream.
Yeah, we'll see you here next week, right? Yeah. Don't take it out on Chris and I for Jesse's mishaps. Anyway, but really great submissions, guys. Really love your thoughts on that. And yeah, again, don't forget to, if you have a cat, don't forget to stake it and earn your uptSOL and get some of the those perks, those cat sheets.
Yep.
All right, guys, that is it. And I really thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you here next week. Christopher, enjoy that sunshine. Jesse, you and I and Tim will enjoy the snow.
I'm getting a nice green tan from my screen. Green pale skin tan, yeah. Anyway, cheers everybody. Thanks for tuning in and congratulations.
As always, thanks for spending your Thursday with us. We really appreciate it. See you all soon.
Bye, everybody. Cheers.